hard time condemning the phrase globalized intifada.
I think he's terrible. He's a communist. The last thing we need is a communist. I said there will never be socialism in the United States. Now we have a communist. So I think he's bad news. And I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with him, watching him, because he has to come right to this building to get his money. And don't worry, he's not going to run away with anything. I think he's, frankly, I've heard he's a total nut job. I think the people of New York are crazy. If they go this route, I think they're crazy. We will have a communist for the first time, really, a pure, true communist. He wants to operate the grocery stores, the department stores. What about the people that are there? I think it's crazy.
Your beloved New York City may well be led by a communist soon, Zohran Mamdani, who in his nomination speech said he will defy ICE and will not allow ICE to arrest criminal aliens in New York City. Your message to communist Zohran Mamdani?
Well, then we'll have to arrest him. And a lot of people are saying he's here illegally.
Guess what, fam? Trump just threatened to arrest and deport Zohran Mamdani, a naturalized US citizen running to be New York City's mayor, all because he said he would protect immigrants and stand up to ICE. He even went ahead calling him a communist lunatic and even questioned his citizenship. If this kind of threat is aimed at an American with political power, what does that say about your voice or mine? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Mercy. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that now. Like the video and share the video to support the channel. So now let's get into the drama.
Donald Trump said that I should be arrested. He said that I should be deported. He said that I should be denaturalized. And he said those things about me, someone who stands to be the first immigrant mayor of this city in generations, someone who would also be the first Muslim and the first South Asian mayor in this city's history. Less so because of who I am, because of where I come from, because of how I look or how I speak, and more so because he wants to distract from what I fight for. I fight for working people. I fight for the very people that have been priced out of this city, and I fight for the same people that he said he was fighting for. This is the same president who ran on a campaign of cheaper groceries, who ran on a campaign about easing a suffocating cost of living crisis. And ultimately, it is easier for him to fan the flames of division than to acknowledge the ways in which he has betrayed those working class Americans. And ultimately, what I fear for is that if this is what Donald Trump and his administration feel comfortable about saying about the Democratic nominee for the mayor of New York City, imagine what they feel comfortable saying and doing about immigrants whose names they don't even know.
Trump just threatened to arrest Zohran Mamdani and strip his citizenship. You have to hear this. Today, July 1st, Trump stood at a migrant camp, nicknamed Alligator Alcatraz, decided to make a shocking promise towards Mamdani. If Mamdani stops ICE from arresting undocumented immigrants in New York, well, we'll have to arrest him too. Trump called him a communist nutjob, even claimed that Mamdani might be even here illegally himself, even floated the idea of revoking his citizenship. Mamdani responded on X, and here is his response. He said, "The President of the United States just threatened to have me arrested, stripped of my citizenship, put in a detention camp, and deported, not because I have broken any law, but because I will refuse to let ICE terrorize our city." But what now? Can Trump actually deport a naturalized U.S. citizen like Mamdani? Absolutely not, unless he commits a crime or defrauds, which Mamdani has not. This is political intimidation, pure and simple. The battle for the soul of New York, literally. Federal pressure versus local values. New York is extremely diverse. Mamdani's courage under fire could define the next mayoral race for him.
We have some big news right now. Zohran Mamdani is firing back at Donald Trump after Donald Trump suggested possibly revoking Zohran Mamdani's citizenship, deporting Mamdani, and even imprisoning him if he prevents ICE from conducting operations in New York City. Mamdani issued a new statement minutes ago saying the President of the United States just threatened to have me arrested, stripped of my citizenship, put in a detention camp, and deported. Not because I have broken any law, but because I will refuse to let ICE terrorize our city. His statements don't just represent an attack on our democracy, but an attempt to send a message to every New Yorker who refuses to hide in the shadows. If you speak up, they will come for you. We will not accept this intimidation. That is his clear an unequivocal message. If you missed it earlier today, Donald Trump was in the Everglades speaking on a roundtable with Ron DeSantis, where he was asked about Mamdani's recent comments saying that he refuses to allow ICE to engage in enforcement activities in New York, essentially protecting New Yorkers. And Trump said, well, if he refuses, we're going to have to arrest him. And Mamdani is firing back, saying he won't accept this intimidation. So follow along, spread the word, and I'll have more soon.
Trump literally said that they're going to try and arrest and denaturalize Zohran Mamdani and try and deport him so that he can't be the mayor of New York. Like, this is not lies, this is actual video. Just type it into your little search bar. All I'm saying is I know New York. New York is already rising up, but if they try to do this, or if they do this, it's going to be a massive, major reckoning. Like arresting the candidate for New York mayor, putting your weight behind Eric Adams, stripping someone of their naturalized citizenship, and then deporting them to somewhere where he has not been for 24 years. This is not a time to panic. This is a time to prepare.
Zohran Mamdani, probably, in my opinion, the friendliest, most outgoing, genuinely kind politician I personally have ever met covering New York City politics. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. Is being raked over the coals by a bunch of politicians who have nothing to do with New York City politics. For example, douche canoe, Andy Ogle, Mr. Shooter McGavin wannabe over there trying to weigh in on New York City politics like he has a pair. Dude, shut up, stay in your lane, and go back to Sizzler where you belong. That's all I got to say about that. This Zohran guy, I don't agree with everything he has to say, but usually when you don't like somebody's ideas, a better way to combat them is to come back with a better idea. Who would have thought? But then again, you also lie about your educational history, so I mean, I guess it's part and parcel for somebody like you. I mean, you know what they say about weak men. Weak men like Andy Ogle. Weak men create hard times. Thanks, Andy, for your contribution to the society. You're such a dick.
Zohran Mamdani has responded to Donald Trump's threat to deport him. This is the video first of Donald Trump threatening to deport Zohran Mamdani.
Your beloved New York City may well be led by a communist soon, Zohran Mamdani, who in his nomination speech said he will defy ICE and will not allow ICE to arrest criminal aliens in New York City. Your message to communist Zohran Mamdani.
Well, then we'll have to arrest him. Look, we don't need a communist in this country, but if we have one, I'm going to be watching over him very carefully on behalf of the nation. Substantially, we're going to be watching that very carefully, and a lot of people are saying he's here illegally. He's, we're going to look at everything, and ideally, he's going to turn out to be much less than a communist. But right now, he's a communist. That's not a socialist.
Now, please tell me that's not doesn't sound like a president a little unhinged. This is Zohran Mamdani's response. The president of the United States just threatened to have me arrested, stripped of my citizenship, put in a detention camp, and deported. Not because I have broken any laws, but because I refuse to let ICE terrorize our city. His statements don't just represent an attack on our democracy, but an attack to send a message to every New Yorker who refuses to hide in the shadows. If you speak up, they will come for you. We will not accept this intimidation. That Trump included praise for Eric Adams in his authoritarian threats is unsurprising, but highlights the urgency of bringing an end to this mayor's time in the city office. At this very moment, when MAGA Republicans are attempting to destroy the safety net, kick millions of New Yorkers off of health care, and enrich their billionaire donors at the expense of the working families, it is a scandal that Eric Adams echoes this president's division, distraction, and hate. Voters will resoundingly reject it November. I love his response. Very to the point. He didn't wait 24 hours. Democrats, because y'all don't like to respond to shit, he put that out on Twitter within like an hour of Donald Trump giving his threat. Now that sounds like a fighter. Elites in this party, the people that don't care about the working class in this party, y'all better get behind this dude or y'all gonna get moved over, because look at the polling. The polling for the Democrat Party is not that great. And he's finally giving younger people like me a reason to want to push even harder. Do you understand? Y'all need to get out the way. Get out the way. Get out of the way. But y'all tell me what y'all think about all this in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
This just in, Donald Trump just threatened to arrest Zohran Mamdani. He says he's a communist and that he might have even been here illegally. Take a look at this clip.
Your beloved New York City may well be led by a communist soon, Zohran Mamdani, who in his nomination speech said he will defy ICE and will not allow ICE to arrest criminal aliens in New York City. Your message to communist Zohran Mamdani.
Well, then we'll have to arrest him. Look, we don't need a communist in this country, but if we have one, I'm going to be watching over him very carefully on behalf of the nation. We send him money. We send him all the things that he needs to run a government. And by the way, they get about 3 times what you get, Ron.
Folks, I urge you to wake up. If they can arrest the incoming mayor of the biggest city in the country, who's been a legal U.S. citizen since childhood, for the sole crime of being a communist, that's insane. They can go after me and you as well. And don't think that I'm not already on a list.
Did anyone else see this tweet? So this is a tweet that says Donald Trump has threatened to arrest Democratic nominee for New York Mayor Zohran Mamdani, implying falsely that he is here illegally. I don't know if this is true, but I think I've seen some tweets from this account, and I think they're usually pretty reliable. But what do you guys think? Do you guys know anything about this? Please leave a comment down below. Also, what are your thoughts on him for being mayor of New York City? All opinions are welcome, so please leave a comment down below with your thoughts on that. Also, guys, if you would consider leaving a follow on this account if you're not following already, I'd really appreciate it. I upload every single day with the latest updates on news and pop culture.
So the Tangerine Tyrant may try to strip Zohran Mamdani of his U.S. citizenship. I mean, this is beyond fascism. This is fascism. It's the definition, the textbook definition of authoritarianism. This guy just, I mean, we elected him, and then he says he's going to not give us money, the city of New York money, if he doesn't do what he says. I mean, this guy is just despicable. He makes me sick.
Let's be for real, this isn't just about politics or some ice raid. Trump's issue with Zohran Mamdani has been brewing for a very long time now, and I feel like the energy is so personal because it's like every move Zohran makes just rubs him the wrong way, and now Trump is doing everything to shut him up or push him out. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are we seeing power being abused, or is it deeper than that? And if you're here for gist that actually makes sense, do well to subscribe, like, and stick around. I'm Macy, and I'll catch you in the next one.